There's so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers and me. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da doo.
Bye.
Just give me a shout when you're ready, otherwise you'll
Grand.
miss out.
Bye. Get out of here. We'll wait till he's gone. Oh, joy. He's such an oversharer, isn't he? Brilliant. Right. Hello, mate.
Hello, Jake.
How you doing?
I'm over the moon to be here. Thank you very much.
I'm
How
over
are
the
you?
moon that you're here. It's lovely to meet you. Right. So for those of the people that maybe don't know who you are, can you introduce yourself?
I can. Hello, everybody. My name is Dan Thomas. I am a singer-songwriter, currently based out of Potton in Bedfordshire, but originally from this wonderful town that we're in right now, Harlow in Essex.
Hello. He's very good.
Oh, bless you.
I was
Thank you,
listening
Jake.
to you. I was listening to you play as I came in because I was a little bit late, and I think you might already know a bit about me because you were playing my favourite song.
I was, yes. That's because Martin was wearing his little Kermit the Frog T-shirt earlier on, and I thought, you know what, I know something that might make him happy, so I started playing a little bit of Rainbow Connection.
Oh, mate, I can't tell you how happy that song makes me, and probably a lot of other people as well. Do you like the Muppets?
I love the Muppets.
Oh, great, man after my own heart.
Oh yeah. It's I every year when it gets to Christmas time, you hear people arguing about like what's the best Christmas film. I get
Muppets Christmas Carol?
Absolutely it is.
Like 1000%.
It's not even a contest.
It's not even a contest.
I get so upset that there are so many people who try to say it's Elf, and I'm like, you're all wrong.
They're wrong.
All of you. I'm sorry, Elf stands. You are wrong on this.
They're valid, but I just think they haven't seen the charm. Because basically what it is Michael Caine pretending that he's not surrounded by Muppets. I've never seen someone act so seriously in all my life.
That is the key thing. I remember hearing ages ago that he came in and said, when I do it, I want to make sure that I'm going to treat it like I'm doing it with the RSC.
Yeah.
Like we're doing
And
Shakespeare.
he did.
And watch it. And whenever you watch it back, you just see that. You watch his performance, you go, you really buy that he's talking to Bob Cratchit and not just Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
amazing.
But I think that's what sells it for me because, you know, the Muppets, they are hardcore actors. Like, they've paid their dues. I think the other reason, I think Martin and I had this same conversation. Not sure if it was on camera or not, but we were talking about Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah.
And we were saying that works because of the opposite, that
Yes.
Tim Curry treats himself like a Muppet. And
I've said exactly the same thing in the past.
It's why it works. And when you watch it back, you can see it. Oh, it's just, I don't know. I think, you know how, what was I saying the other day? You know how there's a lot of remakes happening?
Yes.
Of some classic, amazing films.
Yeah.
And some of them have done really well and some of them have flopped. I think if they were to do remakes as Muppets, they'd do far better.
Oh,
That's just my opinion.
I can't remember. I've seen it so many times where there's one that's gone around the internet where someone said, "Hear me out," and they pitched this movie, and it's this, but it's all Muppets except for one character.
Yes.
But for the life of me now, I can't remember what it is. I was going to say Wizard of Oz, but it's definitely not Wizard of Oz.
Wait, no,
because they've done that.
Yeah, they did. Was it The Wiz or was it The Wizard of Oz? I can't remember. I just remember.
Oh, now I
just
can't
remember
remember.
Pepe the King Prawn playing Toto the dog.
God, I really wish I could remember what it was. Do you know what? As soon as the cameras stop rolling, I'll
we'll
remember what it
remember
is.
But anyway, let's talk a bit about you. So
okay
you're really into your music, aren't you?
Just a touch, yeah.
Just
a bit.
little bit.
Just,
but yeah,
my guitar's here as a guest as well.
does your guitar have a name? Some people name their guitar.
Felicity.
Felicity.
Yes,
That's actually a really lovely name.
It's she's named after. I don't know if anyone watched Arrow when it was out.
Yeah.
The Green Arrow show. She's named after Felicity Smoke.
Oh, that makes sense.
Smoke by name, smoke by nature.
Yeah, it's been years since I saw that show actually. Like proper long time. It was a good one though, wasn't it? So do you have more than one, or is Felicity your one true love?
I have 3 guitars. I've got. Shockingly, I'm not one of those people who has like 100 different guitars. I've known a lot of people who are like that, and for a long time I didn't understand it. Like that part of my brain was like, but surely you don't need that many. You can't possibly play them all that much. Well, but now I've gotten to a stage where Felicity wasn't my original like gigging guitar. I had another. Early on, I had a Fender acoustic, but very quickly I got to the point where I thought, I need something a bit more. That was very entry level, and I need something that's going to be a bit more substantial and durable. And got this. Also got that in Harlow. The good people at Gig Gear. Ooh. Plug for you guys.
Very nice plug. Very generous plug of you.
No, they're fantastic. They're really good at like finding you, knowing what you want, and then finding like what's the affordable solution for that.
Lovely.
And yeah, I've had that happen a number of times. But yeah, so I've got those 2 guitars. The other one will come with me usually as a backup. It will sit on stage, and if all goes according to plan, it doesn't get played. It's literally there in case a string breaks on Felicity.
Like a mascot. It's your little good luck charm.
Yeah, she just cheers me on from the stage.
I like that.
But
and sets the atmosphere as well. I guess. I mean, I can only assume, having not been a musician myself, I've dabbled in the drums, but I wasn't very good. I've got to learn.
That shocks me, Jake. You strike me as someone who would absolutely rock the drums.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well, I think I've got a good sense of rhythm, but being a bird, drumsticks, they're not really built to be held by feathers.
That's true. Someone needs to get on that.
Yeah, that would be really good. That would be a really cool collab, actually, if I could get some good drumsticks. But
any of our viewers, get on it. Jake needs you to get him some drumsticks that he can use.
That'd be amazing if off the back of this I could get some drumsticks. That'd be so cool. But yeah, so having not been a musician myself, I can only assume that, and I might be wrong, people who collect guitars are doing it kind of just for that. It's for the collection, for the look, and the aesthetics of it. Whereas you're looking for something that you can attune to, like it can attune to you as an artist.
Well, do you know what? I once upon a time I probably would have had a similar outlook. Whereas my thing was always like, I don't feel like I need more than one, surely. But now having delved into it a little bit more, whilst I've not gone into buying lots of guitars, mostly because I don't have very much money. But I can appreciate now why people do it, because obviously you get different tones, different sounds out of the different instruments. You get, depending on what wood the guitar is made out of, for starters, like what wood the body's made out of versus the tops and the backs. But also sometimes it's good to have other guitars so that you can muck around with different tunings as well, because there's a standard tuning that you can put guitars into that is kind of what we do as a bog standard. But then you could do things like you could do drop D, where you drop the top string or the bottom string, depending on how you're looking at it. Or there's something like open D, where you change it also that you kind of you strum it and you get a nice like chord without having to put your fingers on there. And it means you can get lots of different like phrases, different phrasings of the same chords out of the instrument. It's a very big, deep, versatile world that I am so cool. Just barely sort of looking into and going, oh my God, there's so much more I didn't know in here.
That's so cool. Like, it's almost like the science behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Obviously people do degrees in this stuff. Like, there's so much information that me as a mere mortal can't fully comprehend. I just know what sounds good. So my question is, like, so for someone like me who maybe doesn't know a huge amount about the mechanics of it all, if you could sum up Felicity as a feeling or like an adjective, what would you deign her to be? Because obviously her sound is going to be very different to your other guitars. So if Felicity played a song, what would she add to that song? What defines her? What's her tone?
She's very warm, I'd say. There's definitely a warmth. Do you know what? She's very well balanced, actually, because the guitar that I had before, by comparison, that one again is quite an entry level guitar. There's a brightness to it that's almost like. But it's somewhere in like the mid section in terms of the frequencies, rather than it being like the top, the treble end. So it's kind of like it's a bit thin, the sound to that one. Whereas Felicity has got like a warmth in her low end, but then there's also like a nice brightness up at the top end as well. So there's a nice kind of range to it, but it's definitely a warmth that I get out of it. And I think also I'd say warmth because it's the feeling that she inspires in me. It's kind of like guitar is sort of like one of my safe zones, my safe warm places, as well as my wife and child. If you're watching this,
I'm sure they're flattered and they know exactly what. Well,
my wife always feels like she's competing with Felicity.
Well, it's a different relationship, isn't it? It's a different kind of thing. She's kind of an extension of you, I guess, an extension of your arm, and the music flows through both of you. I think warmth is a really lovely idea because, again, when I think about acoustic guitar rather than like an electric guitar, I think of that kind of slightly folky warmth, intimacy behind it, rather than something that's maybe played on like a giant stage. It's something that draws people in, you know?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, that does makes perfect sense. It's because a bit about my background is I started out in much more like heavy guitar based bands.
Right, rock on.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
heavy metal.
Oh man, you should hear some of the stuff we used to do. But I wasn't a guitar player for any of those acts.
What'd you do?
No, I was the vocalist. I would.
Cool. Well, I mean, I can believe that because you were singing earlier, and I loved it. You've got a voice of an angel, man.
Oh, you absolute charmer.
I think you've also got a warmth to your voice, which is maybe why you and Felicity have got such a good thing going.
Oh, bless. Oh, I'm gonna blush, man. Thank you.
Good. I like making people blush. But no, really, it was lovely to listen to. So if you lot haven't heard it yet, please go and check it out. How can people find you?
My website is www.danthomassolo. That would be Dan, short for Daniel, Thomas, like the tank engine, Solo as in Han Solo.
Nice. Have you practiced that before?
danthomassolo.com.
That's brilliant.
I have a bit because I had to come when I was coming up with a handle and with a website. I had to try and danthomas.com was somewhat unsurprisingly taken.
Right.
Dan Thomas music was taken as well. That annoyed me because it's not even a website that's being used. It's a dead domain, but you can't actually. It's not available to buy. So some git is just sitting on it.
Infuriating. Oh, yeah.
So I had to come up with something else to differentiate it. So I was like, I'm a solo performer. So I went with solo.
Now you've got a link to Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go. So it was all meant to be. Now you've got a link to Han Solo, and you can pull out that bit, which I think is quite funny and makes you more memorable.
Yeah, people remember that on stage when I'd say that.
Funny enough, I don't seem to have that problem. People tend to remember when they've seen a giant yellow bird on a podcast.
I mean, yeah,
I didn't think I was that memorable, but apparently I am.
Jake,
Martin calls. Do you not know what Martin calls me?
What does he call you?
The purple cow. Do you know why? Right. So Martin was saying that apparently there's this theory, right?
Is Martin colourblind?
Right. So it's a very good question because he says it to me a lot, and apparently it's a compliment. But hear me out. So apparently it's because if you were driving and you went past a field full of cows, you probably wouldn't think about it 10 minutes later. But if you saw a field that has a purple cow in it, you would. And you'd probably tell all your mates and you'd phone someone up and be like, I just saw a purple cow today. So apparently I'm kind of that Martin said. It's really cool that we're mates, because now when people see me, they're like, oh, there was a giant yellow bird that was chatting on a podcast. So he said he calls me his purple cow, which I don't know if that's a term of endearment or not. We've been friends for a while now, but I mean, it's a bit much, isn't it? If someone doesn't know the context.
Do you know what? Yeah, like what I did, it was kind of, you said it and I thought context required, but I think given the context that you've just given it, I think that sounds really endearing to me.
It's also hilarious because, as you can see, I'm the opposite of a purple cow. I'm a yellow bird.
I think that's probably the opposite end of the colour wheel, if you were to look at it.
Yeah,
but no, I think basically by that, it seems to be like he's saying almost like you're his good luck charm.
Oh, well, yeah. So what is the name of your guitar? I don't think you said your guitar that's your good luck charm that sits on the stage with you. Does that one have a name?
Do you know what? She had a name, but I can't remember what it is.
God, no!
Can we cut this bit? That's so bad.
No. I'll tell you what, she's probably not going to be your good luck charm anymore. Now that she's
not.
heard. Is she within earshot? Is she here?
No. She's at home tonight.
Okay.
She's
Well,
having much needed rest and relaxation. But yes, no, I was saying before that. Yeah, so I got started doing like more guitar based bands,
Right.
So I did only the vocals in that, but it was like lots more like hard rock and heavy metal, lots of that kind of. I'm used. I've said loads of times. I was used to jumping up on bass bins, calling the audience various 4-letter words and telling them to get their effing fists in the air.
Nice.
But then I then started going down the solo route, mostly because trying to get people into a band rehearsal was like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Trying to organise the schedules of musicians in particular.
Oh, it's the crap part of it, isn't it?
It really,
no
really
one gets
is.
into music because they want to do admin.
God, no. I'm terrible at admin as well.
know.
And that's what makes it even worse about when I'm a solo artist is there's no one else to do it. It's just me.
Just you.
But
There's no one else to play.
so but then I went down the acoustic guitar route, and because of it, I thought what that meant was that I had to do everything a lot smaller and more folky and like and be a bit more reserved and introspective, which was a complete like alien language to me.
Yeah.
And I went down that road a bit, but then I started to feel like it wasn't entirely it wasn't entirely authentic. Was not completely inauthentic either. It wasn't speaking to like all of who I was. And then I remembered that artists like Frank Turner exist, where you can do like the acoustic music, but you can still give it like the big rock and roll energy. And it's like you were saying earlier about how like an acoustic can kind of draw you in, is that I sit in a space where I can do the stuff to draw people in, and then also just then make it go bah, explode afterwards.
Well, because that's going to make it even more impactful, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you just start a show and it's like bah, from like the get-go, like that's fun and can create a really cool atmosphere, but there's no roller coaster. Like there's no dips and peaks and troughs. Whereas if you bring people in and it gets real intimate, and then suddenly it's like a pyrotechnic going, poof, it can be even
See,
grander.
that affected me. I felt it right there.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was channeling it. Now, mate, we also quickly before I call Martin back in, we need to address the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant as well.
Yeah. So there's lots of different animals in here. But what I mean is your red shirt. You're the OG red shirt. Am I right?
I am the OG red shirt.
Yeah. You see my style?
Yeah,
It's him.
I see your style.
Yeah.
I am the original inspiration. I was the inception. I was like Leonardo DiCaprio inside Martin's head
Brilliant.
with this show.
Brilliant.
Because I was on one of the really early episodes
Yeah.
of
So it
this
must
show.
have stuck.
Yeah, it's so I've had since for about 3 years, coming up 3 years, I've had like a defined kind of stage look, which is
that.
the black
Which
shirt,
is a very
black
cool
t-shirt, and
look. And what people probably can't see, like your boots as well. Like it's a very cool. It's a very cool.
get
Look.
some nice DMs,
Nice.
get my feet up.
Love
Now
that.
I'll probably never be able to move my leg ever again.
Sorry for making you do that. For
no,
doing all the
I-
athletics on this podcast
You didn't make me do anything. I completely went off
of
my
your
own
own
accord.
volition.
But
So,
no,
I
I was the
reckon-
originator of this. I came on and I talked to Martin about that. And then that just kind of hung around at the back of his head. And he was like, I'm going to professionalise my look. I'm going to also go with the red and black checked shirt.
Martin, you have a lot to speak up. Well, actually, I think it's kind of an homage to you, as they call it. Is that how the French say it? An homage.
I
Like a tribute.
believe that's it. Yes.
Which is very
Homage.
cool because it was part of my contract that when I came on, Martin said I have to have a red shirt.
I
Which
mean,
I'm not mad about. I like it.
I think it worked against the yellow of your feathers. It really pops. I like it.
Because when I first met Martin, I was wearing a bright blue hoodie, and he was like, I don't think it will work. And I was personally real offended until he bought me this red shirt, and then I was sold. It just looks cool.
It
I
does.
like it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that blue hoodie was cool. I mean,
It
I can't
was
speak
very
to that,
punk.
but
But
it looks
like
awesome.
it was cut at the sleeves, like it was very punk. But I do like the red shirt. I think it works well. So thank you. Oh, I just bonked my beak. So thank you for introducing me to that, and it trickling down into the podcast iconography. Very grateful. Very, very grateful.
You're very, very welcome. I'm glad to have been a part of it. Just to
Excellent.
have that little small nugget of the podcast that's like my little flag I've planted on it.
And like, I'm sure there is more to come. But for now, I should probably call Martin in because I don't know where he is. Have you seen him anywhere?
No, I think he went to the loo ages ago.
Martin!
Martin, are you stuck?
Martin!
Do you need us to come and get you out?
Oh, Martin! Oh, Martin! Hello. Martin. Hello!
Oh.
You're all right?
He's not stuck in the toilet.
Fantastic! Excellent. Martin's here, everyone. Well, it was amazing talking to you, mate. I'm really pleased that we were able to have this chat because, you brought so much into the podcast and now we get to see your creativity as well, which is my mission is that I want to learn why people do the creative pathways that they do. And yeah, it's been really cool to listen to your music, mate.
Thank you so much. You know what? I looked forward so much, like coming back to do this episode.
Really?
The fact that you were here as well, and that you were going to be a part of it. Martin said, "Would you like Jake to be to come and talk to you as well?" And I said, "Are you kidding? That is the icing on the cake."
Mate, that's what you're making me blush now.
I'm a
Okay,
fan.
okay, we've had a little exchange. You've made me blush now, so thank you so much for that.
Thank
it's made me
you.
feel warm and fuzzy. Okay, bye, Felicity. Bye-bye. Brilliant. You could do this as well. All right. Bye. Great. We had a great chat.
I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions